Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. We like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. We like to say shalom to the elect that's teaching this word in all true faith and sincerity. I'm the brother Barak, and with me,
brother Ryan.
And yeah, we the Icon for the Great Millstone Church in Birmingham, and pretty much want to go into a quick lesson. You know, swift lesson, because hey, that's how Esau is gonna go down. And that's the intents and purposes of Yahweh Shah for this devil to go down in this manner, you know, this violent way. And it's gonna be quick. Matter of fact, get Bob Gashad, Revelation 18. He talks about in 1 hour. I believe that's like the 10th verse, I believe.
This is the book of Revelations 18 and verse 10. Matter of fact, start at verse 9.
You got it,
Revelation 18 and verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
Yep. So, and that's going to happen, man. You know, everybody's going to witness the destruction of America. You're going to see the Lord is going to openly reward this place.
That's it.
Just like how Yahweh Shema is going to openly reward his elect by the way of this deliverance. It talks about how the enemy is going to behold them concerning the deliverance. But guess what? Same concerning the destruction. You know, these other nations round about as well as going to see the destruction of. Oh, I believe it was even one of those Russian ambassadors concerning World War III, and they were talking about shooting missiles at America, and they were like, yeah, you're going to see the smoke from Mexico. That's a part of them seeing the torment of a burning. You know, you're going to have people across seas that's going to see you know, it's going to be televised as well, man.
It's like, it's going to be the trending topic.
That's it.
Especially in this modern world, this modern society, these devils are so big into social media. That's going to be the biggest trending topic when America be destroyed. Hashtag Babylon has fallen. You know, that's going to be a hashtag, man. Because Yahweh Shah is going to glorify his name by what? By destroying this place, man.
That's it.
You know, and all these other nations are going to realize it was Yahweh Shah. You got it, though, bro.
Come on, you continue on that, bro.
Come on, verse 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city.
Yeah, and this is that great city, that mighty city. You see, America, the influence has reached, you know, throughout the globe. This man, you know, by the way of America, had a global influence from, you know, the point of a pilot having to speak English to women wearing leggings, mukbangs, and any and everything else in between. You got Moabites and shit celebrating Christmas.
And speaking English,
yeah.
You know.
They got an American diet to McDonald's and Starbucks. What's the new thing? Bubbles and shit. But all that comes from America. You know, and this place had a great influence. But this mighty city is going to go down swiftly, man. Which is happening fast now, but on that day, it's not like the Lord's going to be fighting with this devil. It's 6 months in. Like how these world wars was fought. It was fought with, it was years. No. Continue.
Come. It says, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
And guess what? You have to entertain that idea. That's a plausible thing. That's not far-fetched. Why? Because you have an assembly of missiles being made. You know, it's assembly line of coming. You know, to where now you have even these lesser metals has become more in value. You can take so many aluminum cans and you can get off on it. Why? Because we're in a time of war. All those things are going to be invested in those missiles. You know,
so like that's how World War I and World War II was. They ain't worried about the agriculture. They ain't worried about the farmer and them. What they worry about the military, the weaponry, man.
That's it.
You know, and again, you made a bad point. Like you think you getting 10 cans and they just gonna make some more cans? No, they're gonna make missiles out them things, man.
And then, if I may slide, just going back to the because it says that it went out in 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
And you have, matter of fact, get Psalm 7, Baba Gashah. I think it's like, he started like 13 or 14, something like that. But it says in 1 hour, because this judgment is going to be swift. That's a literal hour. You know, these things are going to happen. The violent uprooting of this man. It talks about that also, as well as Revelation, the 9th chapter. It's like Revelation 9 talks about it. They prepare in 1 hour, in a day, a month, and a year for the slaying of the third part of man.
That spirit.
Oh, you had that?
Yeah,
get it, go get it. I'll get that real quick.
This Revelation's 9, and jump it down to verse 16.
Started like, what 14 say?
Saying 6 angel trumpet.
15.
This Revelations 9 and verse 15. And the 4 angels was loose, which were prepared for an hour.
So them 4 angels, when you read that, and also in Revelation, the 7th chapter, concerning those 4 winds being held back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and going to that wind that that's how the Lord decreed that in Jeremiah, what's that, 51?
A destroying
wind.
Beautiful.
That's concerning this thermonuclear war, man. You got it.
It says, and the 4 angels was loose, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, to slay the third part of men.
So if it was just like now, you had the electric chair, they had a certain motherfucker supposed to die at 12:01.
Yeah.
But that's how it is with Yahweh Shema Shai. It's a certain time period that's set. Also, you can read that in that's a Rock 33 concerning how the Lord distinguished the times.
Yeah.
He made ordinary days, but some days he have hallowed.
Yeah.
You know, because you have the one of those days of hallowed. You have the Passover.
Mm-hmm.
That was a day that was distinct from other days. But as well as 70 AD, that was a day that was distinct from other days. And this time, the slaying of the third part of man, that's a day that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai has hallowed. That's going to be the new Passover. You know, you got it out.
You can continue on. It says verse 16, and it reads.
Read verse 15 again, so like
it says, and the four angels was loose, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, to slay the third part of men.
So yeah, that is a certain time reserved for the violent uprooting of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Yeah, Psalm 7. I believe.
This is the book of Psalms 7, and I'm gonna start at verse 13. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death.
And who is that concerning? The wicked. The Lord had prepared the instruments of death. And that's the missiles. That's why you hear reports concerning, even these nations, when they have these different parades, they parade missiles, man. This motherfucker's 2 hours just parading. They marching. You got soldiers and you got these different types of missiles being presented. Showcasing. Which that's your how by Shema Shai, man. The Lord is being prepared for you. You have to entertain this idea. You got to consider World War III. Because all these missiles, all this money that's being invested into these different militaries, you got even these sayings in this lifetime, war games. And, come on, man.
War exercises and all that, you know.
So you got it.
They spending trillions of dollars on that.
Yes.
So you think they're just gonna waste those trillions of dollars and we're gonna knock down a nuclear program and just put them in the museum? No.
I was at Twilight Zone when they came and they was really looking for the best warriors. They ended up making world peace.
Yeah.
Somehow in 3 days, all the nuclear, everything just fell. I mean, they get the fuck out of here. No, everything is right on schedule. According to your how by Shema Shai. Matter of fact, can you get something real quick? Get Revelation chapter 6.
Come.
Revelation 6 and verse 4.
Come. This is the book of Revelation 6. In verse 4, it says, and there went out a horse that was red.
See, a horse that was red. And who is that concerning? The so-called white man, Esau, Edom. That power that went forth, it was a certain time when this man was going to have his reign on the earth. And this is that time, that little season, with his red horse will do his last doings before he's rent out the script. You got it.
It says, and power was given to him.
It said, power was given unto him. Who gave the power? Yahweh Shemel Shai. Yahweh gave him the blessing of the sword. You know, when you go into Genesis, the 27th chapter, of the Lord as Isaac, when you go into it, he was given the fatness, the blessing of the earth. You know, but what cut him off from those things is that last part of that blessing.
Is it?
Which is the sword. His blessing was to live by. And when you go into that word live, in the blue letter, one of those words is to grow. So this is how this man was able to come a world power. Oh, also when you go into that fourth beast, the Roman Empire, and Daniel was going into it, one of those characteristics that stuck out concerning that fourth beast was his great iron teeth. So this is how this man was able to do what he do. But who gave him the tools for that? Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. The Lord did that. So the power was it wasn't of him. How this nigga said, I believe the brother Dawud mentioned it earlier concerning the evolution. Yeah. And somehow when the dice was rolled, he didn't crap out. he the top nation. He the top people on the earth from his technology and shit. And the bitch so proud to where you bring them up on all these cases and they say, what would you be without our technology? You know, people being civilized. That's a sick nigga though. But read that again, not Salaki.
It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
See, to take peace from the earth. So that means he had a certain lot. And his lot was to take peace from the earth, because it tells us about that in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, concerning a certain season and time and purpose under the sun. And one of those purposes, when you read down to the 8th verse, it talks about a time for war and a time for peace. Now, when you go into those seasons, it determines about who's ruling. See, it was a certain season, a certain field on the planet Earth when the Babylonians was ruling. On all levels, from the laws and legislation that was being passed to even a certain attire they was wearing. When you read Daniel the 3rd chapter, talks about how the 300 children had hats and shit.
Yeah.
So that was a certain season.
Gun.
All the way from the attire, the laws and legislations, the food, the different culture and shit. But even in this time, this kingdom that we seeing, it was a certain purpose, and it was for war to take place. That's why the sword is in power. That's why it also says there's going to be a time for peace. And that's when Solomon is ruling.
Is it?
This is our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. That's why you read Psalm 72. Concerning it's a song for Solomon, which it shows, man, it's talking about our Lord. It talks about in his days that peace shall reign.
Yeah. So like
in
order to get that peace, destruction must happen.
That's
man. It have to be a clean slate, because that's what King David did before the time of Solomon. He actually came in and, it was a lot of wars going on in order for that peace to happen.
That's it.
And the same thing is happening right now. A lot of war and destruction is going to have to happen in order for Solomon to rule again, bro.
That's it.
And once he ruled again, he going to be king of the court. Nobody will be able to take him from off of that high horse, man. And it's going to be a beautiful thing upon the planet Earth, man.
That's it.
And that's why Esau come in the mode of desperation. He making mechanical dogs. He getting weapons out there in space. He doing all and everything to try to stop peace from coming. And how do you try to stop peace from war? With war. Which shows you that all fingers is pointing at Esau being this red horse.
Hey,
man.
that's the only way he can live.
That's it.
That's the only way he can live. It's through war, through the sword. When the natives had this nigga in the corner, what he did? He didn't come with a peace treaty.
Yeah.
This nigga had a council concerning the next weapon.
The Gatling gun.
The Gatling gun.
The gag.
That was the gag. Yeah. That was his solution. The sword. Even now, the Crown Vic. The solution was to stab you.
Yeah.
That's a sick nigga, man.
That's it.
Everybody's sick.
Man.
He said, well, let me just hit you up one good time. Then again, let me hit you up one more time.
He said it 6 times ago. And niggas so stupid, they still took it, man. Sick ass niggas, man.
God.
But let me go back to Revelation 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
To take peace from the earth. What's the opposite of that? War. You got it.
It says, and that they should kill one another.
See, and that's concerning those world wars, man. That's why ultimately when you with the Revelation the 13th chapter, concerning the body of Esau, it talks about how the feet of it is the bear.
Yeah.
It's gonna be of Esau that's gonna take his own self out, man. The Edomites, the Russians, the Americans, the Russians, they still go back to Esau. You know, Germans, you know, they still go back to Edom. You got it all.
It says, and there was given unto him a great sword.
And it was given, and we can read that in Genesis 27th chapter.
That's it.
But in that what cuts him off. That's what's going to cut him off from everything else. But go get that Psalm 7. Yeah.
Just going back to Psalm 7 in verse 14. Salaki, in verse 14. Matter of fact, 13 again, Salaki. It says, he hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors.
He have ordained his arrows against the persecutors. And that's why when these missiles are made, they already got certain addresses of America on it. You know, you got missiles pointing at DC and LA, these different major cities. New York. It's not like in the missile war, they coming up with different coordinates.
Yeah, hit it there.
You got longitude 85. Nah, it's already, them missiles built, they already built with an address, man. No, I say he ordained his arrows against the persecutor. You got it.
It says, behold, he travailed with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood.
That's it, and that's what this devil have done. I think that is that verse 12. It says, if he wet his, he shall wet his sword. Because that's just going back to the swiftness that the Lord is going to bring. You know, that swift judgment. Because back then you had I'm gonna say it's a lot. You know, back then you had them atom bombs and things like that. It took, the delivery time was longer, but now you got these hypersonic missiles. You know,
say 30 minutes or less, like a pizza.
That's it.
You get 30 minutes or less, or it's free.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how you know, like I say, he wet his sword, he's sharpening it up, man. Because it ain't like it's the same V2 or even same 2. Same 2 was a big missile. They came out with that like in 2015, 2016. And a couple years later, now they got the hypersonic, man.
That's it.
And we know that hypersonic is nothing to play with, man. It's gonna be a point when, for lack of better words, you made a point, like you said, it ain't like the longitude and latitude where it says none shall break their ranks. It ain't like it's gonna be a way that you're gonna be able to knock the missiles off its course of action, for the lack of better words, because the Lord is gonna be in those missiles. Those are going to be advanced technological swords that the Lord is going to send upon his wicked ass place, man. And rightfully so. Because the missiles is actually going to be sent to cleanse this place for all the fucking wickedness that it have done. You know?
Hey, matter of fact, start at 11 and go to 12. They're going to
come. This Psalms 11, this is Psalm 7 verse 11. Salakia, it says, the Most High judges the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day.
And guess what? You see that on display by the way of us, man. The prophets coming out, crying out, you know, for justice, for the Lord to overthrow this man. And we come out of Pride Month, and they want to make it the summer of Pride. Hey, man.
No.
Saw you, man. This place gotta go, man. Gotta fucking. The Bible says, Lord's angry with the wicked every day, because it talks about sinners against the evil work that executed speedily is fully setting them to continue to do evil, and it's get worse every day, man. You got it.
It says, if he turn not, he will wet his sword.
See, he's not going to turn. This devil has got even worse over the course of time. It talks about how the enemy is iron rusted.
So does his.
And you know what iron, concerning iron, in that process of rusting, over the course of time gets worse. I don't give a fuck. You paint over it, you put oil and shit. That time and the war in the elements is gonna that rust is gonna get worse, man.
That's his biggest enemy.
Yeah.
And like Esau, time is his biggest enemy.
That's it.
Cause you can have a rust or two that was so dependable for a point of moment, and all of a sudden it's gonna end up breaking, man.
God.
You know, because time have weighed down on it. You know.
You get that last verse.
It says, if he turn not, he will wet his sword. He have bent his bow and made it ready.
See? So these things is getting ready. They have been sharpened. And that's why the judgment is going to be swift, man. It's not going to be Russians flying over, dropping atom bombs. No, now the Lord has strategic set up where you got missiles on trains and submarines and they hypersonic. 30 minutes or less, like as the brother mentioned. You know? But hey, Lord willing, we just hope that we're edifying. We'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that teaching his word in all true faith and sincerity.
DTA, Abba, soon, tonight.
Very soon.